In this episode, I will show you how I made this barrier. Stick around. Hi, and welcome to a new episode. Today I want to scratch build this barrier here to stop vehicles from entering the premises here inside the yard. I don't want to have this just a simple barrier, a fixed barrier. I want to automate it. I want to motorize it, and I want it controlled through iTrain. There's no real use to control it in any way because the cars won't be going in and out. I mean, they're stationary. But it will be fun to do it and just to have it there and I know it's working. You know, something cool to have and to do. So, I'm going to start by designing the stand on the side and the stopper where the barrier will come down and land. And I'm going to cut that out of styrene on my Cricut Maker 3, and I'll start gluing it together. I'll show you the design so far. Not much to see here, but this is basically the side where the barrier will be attached to, and this is where it will fall onto when it's lowered. And these are the sides. This is the space in between. It's shorter because this is where the barrier will land. This is the base, and the same for the side where the motor will be, except somewhere here and here there'll be a hole right through with a shaft in it. So anyway, let me start gluing these together because they just came out of the cutter and I'm terrified. They are so small. Look at my finger near them. I'm gonna have to glue that. Wish me luck. Okay, done. Was not easy, believe me. They are so small. You can see the centimeters markings below here. You can see the size roughly. But I made some changes as I went along. And what I will change for sure, the matchstick is a bit too thick. I will try a toothpick, but the problem is getting a hole through it. Wait, let me see if I can find something to point with. Well, can you see here? There's a shaft that goes right through the side here of the pillar, and on the other side, and it goes through the matchstick as well. And that's the hinge for the whole. Hang on a minute, it's gonna fall apart. Oops, sorry about the camera. There, it hinges. Oh, I can't with one hand, sorry. Anyway, and the base is for a good reason. So I'm gonna leave it like that for now with one hand. Let me see. Okay, the base is, I will glue the pillar to the base firmly. I've used 2-part glue there. And then I will this will give a larger surface to attach to the baseboard, and I need to drill a hole here for the rod to come up from below from the servo, and I think I will screw it down and then camouflage it with the dust or the little grass or whatever. I just wanted to make it more secure, because there is going to be movement on this pillar, you know, I mean, it's a hinge, you know, there's going to be a movement left and right, up and down, whatever. Anyway, the other side I will glue, and it will just receive the barrier landing on it. That's about it. So, let me do some fine-tuning. Check out the idea for the toothpick. Hopefully it's long enough to get to the other side, and take it from there. Hopefully the next time you see this, it's ready, sorted, painted, and on the baseboard. Until then. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how I plan to motorize this barrier. And this is just a demonstration. And this would be the baseboard. And underneath the baseboard, I would use part of a servo mount, which I use for my points. And I would screw it to a piece of plywood or a piece of wood, whatever, to mount it on its side, because the motion of the rod this way, and when I place the rod on the closest hole to the servo shaft, the rod moves less from side to side, as in you can see it's pretty straight this way, like this, whereas when I had it on the outside, it was swinging from side to side. And this way, the barrier, you can see the pin, the rod up there, will work better this way, because it goes up pretty straight. So, very simple, very basic, just a small piece of wood attached to the bottom of the baseboard. In this case, I screwed it. Most probably I'll do the same there and glue it, and affix the servo to the side. Then I will connect the servo to whatever device I have at the moment. Most probably it will be to an Arduino board, and I can control it this way by assigning a DCC ID to it, and I can control it from within iTrain or from my handheld remote for the fun of it. Very simple, very straightforward. Okay, so let me continue building this. Okay, until then. Okay, and here's the barrier already. I decided to paint it grey and leave it grey because it's too small to put red and white stripes on that. I can't be bothered, to be honest with you. It's not going to work anyway. I mean, I'll just use it a couple of times and then that's it. Anyway, I have not automated it yet. It's just connected to a servo tester, and I can manually operate it. The speed is according to how fast I turn the knob, so I'm hoping I will get it down to a very, very crawling speed to make it something like this, realistic, you know. Anyway, it goes up high enough to let that in, and I can't take it any higher because it will hit the barrier pillar. Anyway, it's good enough. I mean, for end gauge, you know, it's pretty smooth. By the way, that's the second setup I had to cut, because the first one was overscaled and it was way too big. I mean, the barrier was almost up to the roof of the Land Rover, so I had to take measurements again and start again. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you like it. If you have any questions, let me know. Take care. Until the next one.